cyclonic storm Ditwa has now moved away from Sri Lanka and has entered the Tamil Nadu coast. The system now continues to weaken, we are given to understand. Now, the cyclonic storm Ditwa is centered near latitude 10.7 degree north and longitude 80.66 degree east. This is about 130 kilometers north of Jaffna. Now, it is very likely to now move nearly northwards parallel to North Tamil Nadu coast during the next 24 hours. We're getting you visuals from different parts of the southern states as to how the weather conditions are before the cyclonic storm Ditwa makes a landfall. Now, prevailing rainy weather conditions will be reduced by today, we are given to understand. Several spells of showers will also occur across Sri Lanka. A red alert has been issued for about 3 Tamil districts with an orange alert for 7 more. Meanwhile, in Andhra, it has also sounded a red alert for about 4 districts and an orange alert for several others with heavy rain expected to continue for the next 4 days. Now, coastal areas including Puducherry are already seeing high tides, strong winds and steady rainfall, as you can also see on your screen. Now, heavy rains triggered by Cyclone Ditwa in the Bay of Bengal have been pounding Rameshwaram Island for more than 2 days. In Natarajpuram as well, this is where over 200 fishing families live. The situation is worsening. Continuous rainfall has already flooded residential areas, and in many homes now water has already seeped indoors, severely disrupting their daily life. We're getting you visuals from Rameshwaram as well. These are drone visuals showing you what the impact has been so far. Now, residents say that the water is attracting dangerous creatures including snakes, scorpions, which are now entering homes and causing fear among families. Fishermen are also urging municipal officials to step in immediately and drain the accumulated rainwater before the situation for them becomes even more unsafe. Now, remember, this comes as the cyclone has already battered several parts of Sri Lanka, leaving behind a massive trail of destruction and devastation in the country. At this point, disaster response teams in the southern states are on high alert as the landfall is expected soon. Meanwhile, the death toll from Cyclone Ditwa's destruction in Sri Lanka has now risen to about 159. President Anur Kumar Dissanayake has now declared a state of emergency to speed up the rescue and the relief work on the ground. Days of torrential rain, strong winds, flooding, landslides all have now forced more than 1 lakh people into state-run shelters. The Disaster Management Center says that about 203 people are still missing. Now, across the island nation, over 2 lakh families and nearly 8 lakh people have been severely affected, and officials are now warning that the full impact of the cyclone is yet to be seen. So, the numbers we're getting are still based on the initial assessment on the ground. This, in fact, could worsen as the investigation and the rescue ops still continue. Now, the emergency order is meant to fast-track decisions at the district level, though rights groups say some measures could also raise human rights concerns. Now, India, meanwhile, has also ramped up humanitarian assistance to the cyclone-hit Sri Lanka under Operation Sagar Bandhu. As part of India's ongoing relief efforts in Sri Lanka, the Indian Air Force has now positioned Mi-17 V5 helicopters in Colombo for swift operations. In fact, Indian Air Force transport aircraft are usually marked for large-scale evacuation of Indian nationals, with multiple missions planned from Trivandrum and Hindon. Now, viewers, not just in the evacuation process, India is also helping in bringing the essential relief material, including the Bhishma cubes as well as medical supplies to those who have been affected. In fact, at this point, India has come to Sri Lanka's help in a massive way with the way rescue operations are now unfolding on the ground. The Indian Air Force remains, in fact, steadfast in safeguarding lives and extending timely assistance to our neighbours in need.
I think India's response has been fabulous and so spontaneous and immediate. We are very, very grateful. This is not the first time. India had always been a great friend of Sri Lanka and a great neighbor to have. So they have stood up to their reputation, the neighborhood first policy. I'm extremely, extremely grateful. At a time when Sri Lanka wanted them the most, India had reached out. I remember the same thing during the economic crisis, what India did during my time as the finance minister.
And now moving on from Cyclone Ditwa and coming to New Delhi. The Economic Offences Wing of Delhi Police has now filed a new FIR against Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi in the National Herald case. The FIR registered by the Delhi Police has named 3 others, including the Chief of Indian Overseas Congress, Sam Pitroda. Now, the FIR also names 3 entities, including AJL, Young Indian, as well as the Dortex Merchandise Private Limited, allegedly a Kolkata-based shell company that provided rupees 1 crore to Young India, from which the Gandhis paid Congress rupees 50 lakh to allegedly acquire AJL with assets allegedly worth rupees 2,000 crore. Now, the allegation here is that a criminal conspiracy was in fact hatched to take over AJL or the Associated Journals Limited, a Congress-linked company, through fraud. This FIR was in fact filed on October 3rd based on a complaint from the Enforcement Directorate. The ED had in fact shared its investigation report with the Delhi Police. Now remember, under Section 66(2) of the PMLA, the ED can ask any agency to register a scheduled offence.
Means I need corruption. It means I need chori. And this is a case of Zameen Chori by the Congress and its first family. The first family of Congress is the most corrupt family. It does bhashtachar. It thinks it is its adhikar. When there is any kind of action, they start playing victimhood card and thinking that it is atyachar. No court case has stalled the proceedings of National Herald till now. And Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi have got no relief from any court of law. In fact, the case started by a court order in 2012-13. It has not been started by any government. But despite that, they will play the victimhood card. After stealing thousands of crores of property belonging to the freedom fighters by creating a special purpose vehicle called Young Indians, then they will play the victimhood card. This is a classic case of Zameen Chori. And now the Congress party, if it has looted something, it has to return it. This is only and only a part of the law that has to be followed. But instead of allowing the law to take its own course, the Congress is once again playing victimhood card.